Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. This is going to be part 10 of this massive unboxing. I'm actually dividing the finale. This is kind of part 1, even though it's part 10. It's part 1 of the finale because I kind of divided the finale into 2 parts. There's too much to show in one video, but it's going to be great stuff for both parts. It's just some really awesome stuff. I'm going to start off, like, normally I try to have something light and then get into the bigger books. I'm going to show some really awesome books right at the beginning of this. It's part 1 of the finale, I guess. I don't know. I was super excited when I won these auctions. Somebody had a collection of L.B. Cole romance books. And, you know, they put them up for auction. And nobody bid on them. Nobody bid on them. And, you know, so really it was really cheap. They were just really affordable, like $100 each. So I was super excited to win these 3 auctions. And it was 3 books. And the first one, and I'll show you them. It's back here. I gotta put the other ones down. Is this one? They're low grade, but really nice, like really great covers, and they present well. That's really what I look for in a comic. Just sort of great, good girl art covers. And L.B. Cole is one of my favorite artists from the Golden Age. I think he's considered to be one of the greats of the Golden Age. So this is Top Love Stories number 11. And it even has like weight loss program on the back. So very interesting book. So that's the first one. Just a really great romance cover. And I want to take these out of the bag so you can properly see them. Next one is this one. This is another kind of classic romance looking book. Popular Teenagers number 17. I'm actually trying to collect the entire run because it's L.B. Cole run, and it's just a really cool run. These are all from Star Comics, which was L.B. Cole's own publishing house. So this is kind of cool. L.B. Cole cover. Secrets of Love. I guess it was a reprint of Secrets of Love. So that's kind of a cool book. With L.B. Cole, what he did was he had his own publishing house and he bought the rights to Novelty Press's comics, and he basically just republished them a lot of the time with his own covers. But some of the covers that he did are just really fantastic. Just fun, sort of Golden Age charm to them. And you can always tell L.B. Cole's covers by the colors that he uses. Just really interesting oranges. So yeah. And last of the L.B. Cole ones that I got was Confessions of Love number 12. And just another, this one kind of reminds me of Casablanca. I don't know, like as if this is like what's his name, Humphrey Bogart or something like that, and just has that kind of look to it. I don't know, that kind of, you know, I don't know, bar room setting or something like that. I don't know, it's something about it just reminds me of Casablanca. So yeah, so Confessions of Love number 12, another L.B. Cole cover. I think it's really quite nice. Okay, so those are the first 3. And then we're getting into the more slabs. So this unboxing is all slabs. It's just a lot of slabs. They wrap them really, really well, so I don't have to unwrap them here a little bit. Didn't realize it was still wrapped. They really wrapped them well so that they wouldn't get damaged. So got to give Stackry some credit for that. Okay. So, okay. So this is more of a modern book, well, compared to the Golden Age. This is like a Copper Age book. This is Iron Man 225, and I believe this is the first Armor Wars story. So this is the first part of the Armor Wars story. So it's like they stole his technology and now it's total war. So this is, I think, Armor Wars Part 1. And it's an 8.0. It's not a super high grade, but I think I got it for a very affordable price. You know, they're going to be doing an Armor Wars series, which could be really interesting. I'm kind of looking forward to that. So, yeah, this is Armor Wars, first Armor Wars, and it's Iron Man 225. Okay. Okay, this is kind of a cool book. So I've been collecting a lot of Fox publications. They are the ones that produced Phantom Lady and JoJo Jungle Comics, Rula, Zoot. But they produced a lot of really awesome comics in general. Just they're like really cool comics, like over the top. You know, Fox Publications was basically, let's take some other comic company and make it spicier and sexier and more violent, and then we'll, you know, have our own books. A lot of their books were mentioned in Seduction of the Innocent because they were a little bit over the top. And this is just one of their books. I was just trying to collect their series. This is All Your Comics, #1. It's, you know, kind of a cool cover as well. It's like just so weird. You got this, you know, kind of good girl art cover, like a little bit of violence going on. But then you got this weird, like, is it a beaver or like, what is that? A skunk? Like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's like, what's going on there? So I thought that was kind of strange. But this one, actually, I won on My Comic Shop. They had auctions. And, you know, it's a really quite a high grade for Golden Age. And, you know, it's a really obscure book. I won it for a really great price. So I was quite excited to win this one. So this is All Your Comics #1. And oh, wow, okay. If I can ever get this one out. It's a cool book. This one is a really great book. I collect Archie, and one of the things I really like about Archie books is the innuendo covers. And they're sort of, you know, the sort of sweet, innocent innuendo, like, you know, very gentle stuff. This is kind of one of those. This is a Bob Montana cover, which is another great artist for Archie. He produced some of the best covers. You know, DeCarlo was later on, and he was another great artist. So really, the guy that was sort of the key artist for Archie was Bob Montana, and he's just one of the great artists for Archie. And this is Pep Comics. Number 93. And, you know, it's a nice Golden Age Pep Comics, and it's also a great innuendo cover. So, Archie, am I paying you to kiss Veronica? No, sir. I do this free of charge. It's just, you know, kind of cute. It's just like, you know, that sort of, you know, 50s, like 40s, 50s, you know, sort of innocent teen romance kind of book. And so this is from 1952. It's just kind of cool. I just like it. I think there's some old school charm to it. Like, it's like a soda shop and everything. It's like just sort of time capsule kind of thing. I love it. Okay. Next. It is restored. Actually, I should try to quickly show what the restoration is. Restoration includes small amount of color touch on cover. And I do not see the color touch, but there is a small amount of color touch on the cover somewhere. Oh, actually, I do see it. Oh my goodness. It is really small. It looks like in the Pep, right there, there is a little bit of color touch, and I can see it right there as well. So, very small amount. it's one of those situations, if that was removed, this would drop probably significantly, because it is enough that it's in, and it's in a sort of a specific place, that I think it would be probably graded at like a 3.5. It would drop it that much. It would really, fortunately I won this at auction and it was very affordable. I don't mind the color touch in this case because it's not really noticeable and it doesn't detract from the book. And I like the higher grade. I'm kind of weird that way. I'm not as bothered as some people are about restoration. Personally, I prefer a higher grade restored comic than really, really beat up low grade comic. And if I can get it for the cheaper price, I'm even more excited about it. So what do you think about restoration? Do you agree or disagree? Do you like that blue label? Does it have to be the blue label? Tell me in the comments below. But let's get into the next book. Oh, okay. This one's kind of funny. I just picked this up because it was affordable. But it's kind of a cool comic. This is The Ride. And this is Burning Desire #1. The Ride Burning Desire #1 from 2019. And it's in a 9.8. And it was just affordable. It was like, whenever a book has sort of a cool cover and is one that I'd kind of like to get just because it's cool looking, and it's at that cost of slab, like this was $30. I'll generally pick it up. That $30 price point is to me a no-brainer. So yeah, that's why I picked this one up. So it's a really, really great book. It is also, yeah, that's what I thought. It's an Adam Hughes cover, which is, I really like collecting Adam Hughes art. I think, he does women justice, makes them look very sexy. And this one is kind of this girl in a unicorn outfit, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, so I just like this one. And here's the back too. I'll show you the back, because when the back is interesting, I like to show the backs. So that's kind of cool. Okay, next. So you'll notice there's a lot of slabs in this unboxing. So that's why I had to divide it into 2 parts. This bubble wrap is attacking me in the background. There's this crazy bubble wrap. Okay. Oh, now it's really attacking me. Oh well. Okay. So this was another one of these auction wins at my comic shop. They had some really great slabs. And people were bidding, but I was still able to get these for an affordable price. So this is Amazing Adventures #6. And it's just, I don't know. I just thought it was a cool cover. Kind of reminded me of Planet of the Apes a bit. I don't know why. It just kind of looks like Charlton Heston a bit. So Charlton Heston. Who did the art for this one? Bernard Krigston, cover and art. So that's kind of cool. I thought it looked kind of cool. And there's the back. Some people complain if I don't show the backs, so I'm showing the backs when I can, when I remember. Okay, we got 8 more slabs to go. It's like so many slabs. Okay. Oh, this one almost required slicing. Okay, interesting. So this is Iron Man, let me check it out. Another Iron Man book. This is Iron Man 17. This is the first appearance of, what's her name? Madame Mask. So just a kind of a weird character. I think a lot of these kind of obscure characters in different Marvel books might get some light later on. So I thought, hey, why not? Again, it was it was one of those affordable slabs that I thought was kind of interesting, and it's also an early Iron Man, like number 17 is kind of cool. So yeah. So first appearance of Whitney Frost as Madame Mask. First appearance of Midas. So Iron Man 17. Very cool. Story by Archie Goodwin too. Great artist, great writer. So kind of cool. And there. Now I finally get rid of that. Okay. Bubble wrap was bothering me. Okay. This one. Some of these, they really tape them well, so it's a little hard to open. Oh, okay. This one's actually interesting. This is a book I really wanted for a long time. And it is one that I'm not sure about the grading on it, to tell you the truth. This is one of those ones where I was kind of thinking, is this really graded properly? And I'll show you what I mean. So this is Detective Comics 230. I'll take it out of the plastic. So this is Detective Comics 230. This is the first appearance of the second, Mad Hatter. So, and it was a cover that I always liked because of all these hats and stuff. I just thought it really displayed the character well. Like the first Golden Age Mad Hatter, he's not on the cover. You don't see him. Well, this one I kind of like because it's the first appearance and it's a first cover appearance as well. The only thing that's really weird about this one, it's a 1/5, so it's a low grade, obviously. I mean, this part presents really well, and it would be actually probably a much higher grade if it wasn't for the fact that this part of it has been removed. It is a remainder copy. Now, generally, remainder copies where they remove the top, they are considered a 0.5 grade. So I was a little bit confused when I saw this, and it was listed as a 1.5. So it's a 1.5 off-white. And the weird thing about it is, how is it a 1.5 if it's a remainder copy? Now, there are some strict rules regarding how much of the cover can be removed before it drops into that 0.5. And usually it's like a certain size. And this might be the case that it's just not this, like normally the remainder copies would be sliced a little bit lower. If it was sliced a little bit lower, maybe that's why it's not considered a 0.5. But it's really one of those weird situations. So the weird thing about, to understand remainder copies, like if you're not familiar with the term, what would happen is when the shops would get the comics, they would get a whole bunch of them, and generally they wouldn't sell all the comics that they would get. They would sell maybe half, maybe 60%. And the ones that they couldn't sell, they would rip the top off the comic and then send it back to the publisher. And then they would get credit for those comics that were returned. And those were called remainder copies. So that's what this is, in my opinion. And this is the back of it. But sometimes these remainder copies kind of appear in different people's collections. So just a very strange book. CBCS. Usually CBCS is fairly good about grading. So it's one of those ones I'm curious. What do you think? Should it be a 1.5 or should it be a 0.5? I'd be curious, what do you think? It is actually, like, if it wasn't for that, that removement, it would probably be like an 8. It is just very, very clean. The back is very solid. Very nice presenting copy. Okay, so that's why I picked it up. I thought, hey, normally that book sells for a pretty high price. I got it for a really great deal. Again, it was at the My Comic Shop auctions, so that was kind of nice. Okay, so we got 6 more slabs to go. Here. Have to slice a bit. Oh, they really taped it well. It's like a little hard to get out here. Sorry, I should have done this before. I didn't realize it was taped so much. Okay, one sec here. I'm gonna just do this. That won't bother me. Okay, there we go. So we got 6 more slabs. We'll start with this one. Okay. So in the previous part, I showed another book from the same series. This is Cadillac and Dinosaurs, #1. This is from the first series. And it's just kind of a cool book from 1990. Back cover pinup by Mark Schultz. Mark Schultz story and art. So you got a little. It's a wraparound cover, really. So it's kind of cool dinosaurs and Cadillacs. Just kind of an interesting book. Cool dinosaurs on the back. Okay, so I thought that one was kind of cool. Oh, actually, I'll put these down. Sec here. Sorry, I gotta move things around a bit. I was running out of space. Okay, now, next one. Okay, this is kind of a cool book. This is not there's like 2 versions of this book that I'm about to show. This is not the fancy one, not the expensive one, I should say. This is Harley Quinn #1. And there's a green version of this that's more rare and usually goes for a bit more money. But this one was fairly affordable. Again, close to the cost of slabbing it. So I figured, hey, it's kind of a cool cover. I kind of like the fact that she's, doing this, bubble thing where she's kind of reminds me of Alice in Wonderland, the caterpillar, and he he's smoking the pipe, and like different characters are popping up from it. That's similar to this, like get Superman and different characters coming up. So I just thought this was kind of cool, kind of a cool book, and it's Amano variant cover. And I'm not sure if you can see the back, but that's Harley Quinn on the back. Very hard to see. It's like, but it's, it's really great that it's in a 9/8. I'm actually trying to get more 9/8s in my collection. So my collection is, I figure if I can just get more 9/8s, then the overall grade of my collection will be a little bit higher. So this is just Harley Quinn #1. Kind of a cool book. This one I won really cheap. This is you'll notice I buy a lot of things when the cost is similar to the price of the slab, and that was the case with this one too. And I kind of like this cover. So this is Marvel Fanfare #26, and it's just kind of reminds me of ElfQuest. I think it's called Weirdum or Weird World or something like that is the name of the series, but it kind of reminds me of ElfQuest a little bit. What does it say? It says Pat Broderick, cover. So kind of cool. Not sure if it shows that well, but it kind of reminds me of Dungeons and Dragons and stuff. I was a big D&D guy, big D&D nerd when I was a kid. I played D&D all the time. So, but this is really, really kind of a cool book. It has that whole like Dungeons and Dragons feel to it. So, and then we got 3 more to go. I'm actually surprised how many modern books are in here. Oh, this is kind of interesting. Okay, so if you watch the Thor Love and Thunder movie, one of the characters that went up against Gore the God Butcher was Sif. And she was the one that her arm was chopped off, and they were joking around. I was like, not a good movie. Sorry, I didn't like Thor Love and Thunder, but I do like Sif. And this is her first cover appearance. She actually appeared in an earlier book, but this is her in her first cover appearance. So that's what this is. Thor 139. Sif's first cover appearance. So kind of cool. I like getting these cover appearances of cool characters. And she's kind of a cool character. Too bad they didn't do her justice in the Thor Love and Thunder movie, but she is a cool character. Okay. Next. 2 more to go. Hopefully it's big books. We'll see. And then I know that the finale, there's a lot of big books in that. Okay, this was another easy, low, so this book and the ones related to it were really expensive at one point. This is one of those ones that suffered the most from a bad movie and the comic bust of 2021. So, the prices just tanked on this book. At one point, these books were going for hundreds or thousands of dollars. And this one would have been probably in the hundreds of dollars range if you had tried to buy it before the movie came out. And the movie I'm talking about is The Eternals. So I've been trying to pick up a nice little run of The Eternals. I actually have 2 runs of it where I have raw copies and graded copies. But I'm picking up these graded copies because I want to have a complete collection in the graded version. And in reasonably high grades. So this is a 9.2. I kind of want those higher grades because I want to have a cool collection of the Eternals. I didn't think the movie was that bad. I thought it was okay, but not that bad. I actually thought it was better than Black Panther. So if that means anything to you. But I didn't like Black Panther. So that's not a good sign. But the Eternals are coming back. And so I think it's a good time to, when the market is soft on the books, it's a good time to pick them up. So I was picking these up for almost the cost of the slab. Actually, I think this was actually cheaper than the cost of the slab. So this is Eternals number 6. I have 1 through 6 now, all slabbed. So that's kind of cool. Okay. Last book. Hopefully it's something big. Let's see. Drum roll. I don't know. Let's see what it is. Hopefully it's something great. Okay. I actually have this book, but I didn't have it graded. So I really love this cover. This is one of the greatest, probably considered to be one of the best Wonder Woman covers of all time. This cover is so great. So great that they actually built statues to this cover. And it is Wonder Woman, number 72, from the second series, actually. This is Brian Boland cover. And just a classic cover. Actually, it's really funny. I have a funny story about this statue. So this did really actually inspire a statue. They in stores, they would put this statue of Wonder Woman, that is based off this cover. And they would put it in, at the front of comic shops or in the middle of a comic shop just to kind of showcase Wonder Woman. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. And I wanted to like go right up to it and like kind of like interact with this statue, and I almost knocked it over. I almost knocked it over, and the shopkeep was kind of looking at me like, oh, you're gonna buy it if you break it. I was like, so my family was with me at the time. It was kind of funny. I think it was at actually not a comic shop. It was at one of those gaming shops like EB Games or GameStop. If you guys are not familiar with EB Games, EB Games is Canadian, I believe. So yeah, so the shop owner was not happy with me at all. But I didn't mean to like, knock it over. I just wanted to like get like almost like a selfie with it. But it was kind of embarrassing. My family was really upset with me, and they were complaining about me that whole day just because of that statue. But I like the cover. I think it's a great cover. I have a raw copy of this, but I wanted a graded copy because I like things that I can mount on the wall, and having it in the slab, you can do that. So this is Wonder Woman 72 from 1993. I think it's a great cover. Just I really love it. So yeah, so that has been this first part of this finale. You can see it's like 30 minutes of just me showing this first half, and there's actually more in the second half. So stay tuned. It's going to be really great finale. I saved the best for last, really. So yeah, so thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks. Bye.